Hi everybody, my name is Jamie and this is my first video of many. Basically, I want to make a bunch of videos on self-empowerment and I'm thinking that each video can be on a different subject that's related to it. So today I want to talk about finding oneself. And that is a big one because it's important and it can be a long journey. And so I want to start by telling you a little bit about myself. I just turned 26. I just moved back home to South Florida from LA. I was living there for a year and a half. I'm an aspiring actress and I have a long way to go. um, so I went to college for psychology and then I realized I want to be an actress. Um, so yeah, for the last few years, I was taking acting classes and then moving around because I felt like the city I was in wasn't inspiring. Also, I didn't really know who I was, and if you know anything about acting, in order to have any kind of success, you have to play appropriate roles. And I'm not saying I didn't, but what I'm saying is I didn't know how to cast myself because, like, who am I? I mean, I don't see a lot of people out there that look like me, so I couldn't just put myself in a category like, oh, clearly I'm the lead role, or clearly I'm the villain. Like, I could I had no idea. So I'm like, how do other people view me? And how do I view myself? And just who am I? I mean, I had so many different activities that I tried when I was younger to even try to find myself back then. I did dance, modeling, um, piano, karate, ice skating, and then, oh my God, jobs. I started working maybe when I was like I think 15. I was 15. And I had so many jobs, I stopped counting at number 13 because I lost track. I've never been in a serious relationship because I'll like date a guy for 2 weeks and then be like, no, he's not for me. So it's like I'm just constantly like trying different things, even career paths. I mean, I've been interested in being a hairstylist, being a flight attendant, being an actress, working on a cruise ship. Excuse me. You guys might notice a lot of times when I make videos for some reason, I feel like I'll just like, I don't know, burp out of nowhere, even though in real life I don't even burp that much. And then sometimes I make video, like diary videos, and it's like every single one, I just like burp and I'm like, oh, there goes another one. So just to warn you. Um, so most of all, I'm human, and it's like I like to relate to people. I'm what they call an empath. So even though I've had a hard time figuring out what category to put myself in, I think a lot of you out there will relate to me. So, yes, I might burp. And I might stumble on my words even though I'm supposed to be an actress. But hey, take 56, right? So, where was I? Who am I? So it's like, even when people look at me, they're like, what are you? And I'm like, or they're like, where are you from? So I'm like, well, what do you want to know? Do you want to know that I'm Jewish? Do you want to know that I'm from New York, but I grew up in Florida? Like, do you want to know that I'm white? And then how old are you? Do you want to know that I'm 26? Because basically, a lot of people think I'm Hispanic or Italian or Greek. They think that what else do they think? Oh, they think I'm like 19 or 23 or something. People can't quite put their finger on me. Um, I've kind of noticed lesbians think I'm a lesbian, vegetarians think I'm a vegetarian, musicians think I'm a musician. Again, Hispanics think I'm Hispanic. It's like everyone kind of seems to think I'm like what they are. Like they see themselves in me. And I think that's a beautiful thing. And I think that's one reason a lot of people relate to me. But that made it very hard for me to figure out who I was because if I'm relating to everyone, then how do I stand apart? So that's me. It's like I am Jewish, but I'm not religious. but I wear my Hamza, there it is, because my brother got it for me in Israel, and that's awesome. You'll also notice I wear this other necklace. It's a carnelian, so it's orange. It's for the sacral chakra, which is creativity and sexual energy. And I wear this combination together because to me that's very like spiritual and sacred to me. Like this is who I am. And I just got both of these necklaces within the past month. And so to me, that's like a beautiful thing because for a lot of times, or for a long time, I was just even struggling with like, what kind of jewelry should I wear? Because jewelry speaks a lot about a person, or like how to wear my hair. I've gone through so many different hairstyles, and I finally decided to go with my natural hair. Like this curl and this color is completely me. It's 100% natural. I mess around with my haircuts sometimes. This used to be shaved. I had it shaved for a year and I just recently started growing it in because I'm like, oh, I had to shave half my head to realize, yeah, my personality has some spunk. Okay. But now that's a part of me. And I'm like, all right. Um, so yeah, there's a lot to finding oneself, and it's taken me a long time, but I feel like I'm finally there. I know who I am. And you know what? I know what I want, and I know what it takes to get it, and that's awesome. That is such a great feeling. So I want to help you guys get there for yourself because if I had someone help me, this could have this could have happened a lot sooner. And there were so many times I would ask somebody who seemed really confident, like, how are you so confident? Or like, how do you know who you are when it's like there's so many options out there? And they're like, oh, well, I can't really explain it. You just kind of know. Or it's like on the inside. And I'm like, but it's not on my inside, but it really is. It really is on the inside. However, I'm going to try to help you guys get there and find it within yourselves. I can't tell you who you are because who knows how many viewers I'm going to have. So, and everyone's different, right? So, I can't tell you who you are, only you can do that. However, I'm not going to be mean about it like some people have been to me. Sometimes people see lack of confidence and they just attack, they take advantage. And I've been there and it's horrible. It's a horrible feeling. And I just wanted people to like figure things out for me and do things for me because life was too hard. And whatever. Long story, obviously. So, um, I learned about meditation, and I still to this day feel like I'm not doing it right or I'm not 100% like perfect at it. But in a way, I feel like I meditate at all times in a sense. Like I feel like I'm constantly trying to find my homeostasis, and like I'm constantly trying to calibrate. And I'm not trying to use big words. It's just like I like these words, and then when I feel like I'll probably end up doing a meditation video and then I'll kind of explain what those things are. But it's like trying to like find my center, right? So if this is my center and something's coming from left field or right field, depending on if you're looking at my hand or if you're on the computer and it's separate to me, this is my right hand, but maybe it's the left side of your screen. Um, okay, so here's my center, and then something comes to distract. And I need to stay grounded and I need to know whether I should let this thing dent my armor, whether I should let this thing like actually get through to me and take it to heart, or if I should just like bing, like go away. I'm not listening to you. You're not affecting me. So that's how I meditate most of the time, where it's like I'm just, I guess, breathing and making sure that what's being thrown at me is okay to have in my life. So, okay, so finding oneself. So to me, it's like the way to start is think about a few things that are really, really interesting and exciting to you. Like something that's intriguing, exciting. I mean, you might have a few options. For me, I definitely did, and that's why I had such a hard time choosing. And so that's why I'm 26 and I still don't have a career. However, very soon I'm going to have like at least two. I mean, in a few years, I'll have at least three. Basically, I forget if I mentioned this already because I've done like 10 takes, but you guys are only going to see one. So, um, what was what was I talking about? I will remember. Oh yeah, I got it. I will always remember. Just bear with me. Okay. I moved home from Los Angeles. I lived there for a year and a half trying to pursue acting. I moved home to go to beauty school to have as a backup career. And that's cosmetology, so it's mostly hair and then some skin, makeup, nails. And then I'm also going to do massage therapy because these are things that I've always been interested in, and I'm going to have them as my backup careers. And then eventually, obviously, I'd like to be an actress too. So I have a lot of interests. Some of them even contradict each other, so that's a tough one. For instance, beauty has to deal with like coloring one's hair, wearing makeup, stuff like that. But a lot of things that are in the beauty industry are not very healthy. For instance, if I was to bleach my hair, that's bad for my hair. If I'm going to wear nail polish, that's going to suffocate my nail plate, especially if I'm wearing acrylics. I mean, bacteria and fungus can grow in between the actual natural nail and the acrylic. So it's like, it's weird for me because that stuff is fun, but it's also kind of going against what I believe in. So when I say I found myself, okay, there's still a couple things that I need to work out. But I know that that's important to me. I know that it's fun for me to, excuse me, what I tell you. I know that it's fun to dress up, but I also know that some mascara is made from like bat poop. So there's a balance. So I only wear makeup sometimes, and you'll probably notice that in my videos. Sometimes I'm just not going to wear makeup because most likely I didn't have time to get ready that morning and I had to just run to school and then, oh well, I didn't wear makeup. And then I make myself feel better by saying, that's okay because it's letting my face breathe. So, yeah, finding oneself is it's a constant journey because I'm always learning more about myself. And someone once told me something really cool that can put things in perspective. So it's like actually I want to make another video about loving oneself. And but I'll give you a little teaser. So our personalities and like who we are, think of it as an island. So it's like if you're placed on this island, there's a lot to discover. There's going to be good parts and there's going to be bad parts. So there's going to be constantly something to explore and learn about yourself because you can't know the entire island right off the bat. You have to explore. So, more on that later. Um, oh, yeah. So, you find things that you're interested in and do research. Do a lot of research and look up YouTube videos on how to blank. Maybe that's how you found me. How to love yourself, how to find yourself, how to meditate. Those are the types of videos that I'm going to be making. Um, so things that are interesting. Let's say you're interested in home improvement. Well, maybe you'll watch some do it yourself videos and maybe you'll go to Home Depot and ask for suggestions and maybe sometimes you'll learn by trial and error and you're going to build something that has a bad foundation and it's not going to be sturdy and then you're going to get down on yourself because you messed up, but it's going to happen. You're going to fail and it's okay. and you're going to get discouraged, and that's okay too. And then you're going to start looking at something else that you're interested in, but then you're going to fail at that too and realize, I kind of suck. Just kidding. You're going to realize, wow, I need to learn more and I need to practice and I need a mentor or I need advice or something. And that's okay. Everyone starts that way. No one starts by being the best at something. It's just not really possible, and it's no fun that way anyway. So maybe you fail at a few more things, and then you're like, hey, I kind of miss home improvement. For me, it was like, I kind of miss improv. Like, I had taken improv classes, and I was terrible, terrible. But then a couple years went by, and I started taking acting classes, and I really missed improv, even though it was so bad. So I actually started taking classes again, and you know what? I was less sucky than the first time. So sometimes that's what it takes. And that's kind of the gist of it. I'm going to let you go because I'm already at 16 minutes and I want to keep these videos maybe like 20 minutes or less because I want people to actually watch them. So this was supposed to only be like 2 minutes. It was supposed to be my introduction video, but I took like 10 takes and maybe even more. And this one, I actually felt like I was, you know, on a roll and like going with the flow. So I'm like, I'm just gonna see where it takes me. And I feel good about this as an introduction into like who I am. And also, I started with like a little bit on if you're stuck, what you can, where you can start, where you can start. Because I'll tell you something, integrity is really important. So finding out who you are and sticking to that. So it's like how to be yourself and how to stay true to yourself. They are so important when it comes to respect. You want people to respect you and take you seriously, and you want to respect yourself. And these are kind of how to do that and how to get there. So I got you. We'll be on this journey together. Just stick with me. Have a good day. Thanks for watching.